Coming up on Tech Talk, I'm going to compare a 2017 12-inch MacBook to a 2018 MacBook Air that's coming up right now. I have my MacBook Air for about a year now, and I bought it and I've upgraded it because I thought it was going to do a lot of editing when we were going to travel a lot because I retired in July. We've taken 4 trips already, and I got scheduled one for tomorrow. And I do very little editing on it. I'll transfer files or pictures or some of the footage I've shot, but I don't really edit everything till I get back home and do it on my iMac Pro. So I was thinking, do I really need it anymore? The thing is I already bought this. I bought this 2 years ago. In fact, I bought the same model. Of course, this one's refurbished, and I'll talk about that more, but I bought this brand new, and I took it back because I had a 2016 MacBook Pro at the time. You know, it didn't have as much power as I needed. In fact, I did a video comparison. I'll link that right here. I'm always envious. My wife has the original 2015 model, and every time I pick it up and plug it in to charge it, it's like, man, it's so light, and it has a lot less footprint, and if it's almost the same power, why not just go with this one? The incredible thing was, I couldn't believe this. This is the date that I bought this, is I bought it refurbished from Otherworld Computing out of Woodstock, Illinois, a North Chicago suburb. And it was $300 less than if you bought it right from Apple. And it was wrapped and came from Apple itself. Now, here's the unboxing. Now, the only difference is on the box it says that it's Apple certified refurbished, but otherwise it's the same packaging. It's had the same shrink wrap. I've bought other refurbished things from Apple, and they usually don't have labels on the boxes, but if you look at the one from 17 and that was bought in 17, and now this is a 17 bought in 19, they're exactly the same, and it was the same specs on the one that I bought back then. So if you look at everything, it had all the original stuff on the refurbished one, and it looked like it was brand new. So I figured if I hate it again, if I absolutely hate it like I did 2 years ago, then I could probably sell it for more, or at least get my money back for it. And if you're looking for one of these, I suggest you get one, because not only Apple is $300 more, they don't have space gray. They had gold, I think silver, with these stats. I got the 1.3 i5 and a 512 hard drive SSD, but you can't even get this from Apple right now. So I figured I'd do some testing with both to see if there was really that much of a difference. And here's some of the tests I did. First thing I had to do is upgrade the OS to Catalina so that the test would be more fair, and that took about 20 minutes. The first test I ran was take a almost 19 gigabyte file on a mechanical hard drive and move it over, and the MacBook Air did it in 2 minutes 46 seconds. So I took the same file, almost 19 gigabytes, off the same drive on the MacBook, and surprisingly, it did it in 2 minutes 32 seconds, 14 seconds faster. And keep in mind, the port on the MacBook is not a Thunderbolt, it is just a USB-C, and the port on the MacBook Air is a Thunderbolt. So then I took my Samsung SSD Thunderbolt drive and I used a 100 gigabyte file, and on the MacBook Air it only took 3 minutes 9 seconds. So I took the same drive and the same file and put it on the MacBook, and again keep in mind that it's not a Thunderbolt drive, it's a USB-C drive, and it finished at 3 minutes 52 seconds, which is 43 seconds slower, which makes sense that it didn't have a Thunderbolt port. So my third and final test, I took about a 5.5 minute video, 29 gigabyte file, and rendered it on both machines in Final Cut Pro, and the results actually really shocked me. The MacBook Air finished at 6 minutes 18 seconds, while the regular MacBook finished 6 minutes in 1 second, a full 17 seconds faster than the MacBook Air. And I heard the fans kick on in the MacBook Air, and I didn't hear them come on in the MacBook. Just got back from Washington, D.C., which will be our last trip of the year, and traveled with the 12-inch MacBook, which I loved it, being lighter and smaller. It was great, did everything I needed to do, shot some video, got some good pictures, was able to edit some stuff, but I'll transfer it over to my iMac Pro later, and I just love it, so this time I'm going to be keeping it. Now my dilemma is I still have my 13-inch MacBook Air and the 12-inch MacBook. Well, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.